Today on our 2017 Hyundai Sonata, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness. Part number C56247. This is what it looks like when it's installed. This is going to provide all the proper lighting functions for your trailer. It's going to be your brake lights, your turn signals, your running lights, and your grounds. Now this is going to live inside your vehicle. You can see it runs right over top of this rubber here. It is designed not to be damaged by being closed inside the trunk. You just want to make sure you stay away from any connection point that the trunk may make. When you're using it, you simply put it outside and it gives you plenty of room, access to different lengths and lighting on different trailers or bike racks, cargo carriers. When you don't want to use it, simply roll it up right down underneath by your spare tire. To begin our installation, we're going to have to get access to our trunk. We're going to have to remove our trunk pan, our trunk covering here, this back trim panel piece, and we're going to have to pull back our sides to gain access to the wiring that's behind our tail lights. So we'll start with this. We'll just set this aside. We have two tie downs. You have one here, you're going to have one on the other side. We're just going to unscrew. From here, we're going to take this panel. We're just going to lift up on it. And here, we're going to have another hook here. Right here, you can use a socket or a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to remove this screw. And right up here at the top, you can take a trim panel tool. You can take a screwdriver if you wanted. And you just want to get back behind it and pop it loose. Now once you get all your connection points loose, you gain access to your wiring. You're going to do the same process on the other side of the vehicle. So now with the red, brown, and yellow on our wiring harness, we're going to unplug our wiring from the back of our light. We're going to find the one that plugs into that, plug it in, and the one we unplugged, we're going to plug into our wiring harness. Once we have our wire connected over here, we're going to need to find a place for our ground wire. Now it's good to try to find maybe an existing bolt or nut that you can put it on that's touching the body. I have one here, and I also have one here that I can use. This looks like double metal, so I think I'm going to try this one here. Be using a 10mm socket. Go ahead and put our ground wire on, and then just replace the screw. And when you tighten these down, you just want to tighten it down enough where it's snug. You don't want to tighten it down so tight that you're going to bend your ring terminal or possibly break it off the wiring. I'm going to take my 4-pole, my side that's going to go over my passenger side. I'm going to run it right behind these two wires that are connected. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie this box right to the wiring. Now, it does come with double-sided sticky tape. If you would prefer to put it on the sidewall, just make sure it's out of the way and it's not going to get damaged. That works too. That should keep it securely fastened so it won't get damaged. Once you have your wiring connected, everything bundled up, go ahead and put it back together. From here, we can take our green wire for the passenger side. And we're going to run it right along the back here. Now there's a few open spots that we can possibly run a couple zip ties through to hold this up into place. Remove the extra. We do the same thing here on our passenger side. Place the plug with your T-connector. Other end, plug it into your tail light. Go ahead and put our panel back in place. And then replace all of our hardware that holds it on. Next, we can put our trim panel back into place here. Go ahead and put our trunk lining back into place here. Next, we'll test everything out using part number I26. Left turn, right turn, brake lights, running lights. And that'll do it for the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness, part number C56247 on our 2017 Hyundai Sonata.